Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to see 1 mark and 2 mark important questions from the chapter Trigonometry. As you can see, the first question that is there on the screen, it says, if sine A plus cos B is 1 and A is given as 30 degrees, I repeat, if we are given that sine A plus cos B is 1 and A is 30 degree, we have to find B, which is an acute angle. I hope the question is understood. So if we wish to solve it, we will first consider what is given to us. What is given to us? We are given that sine A plus cos B is 1. We already know the measure of angle A. How much is it? Yes, it is 30 degree. So we can replace A as sine 30 plus cos B is 1. Now, what is the value of sine 30? We know the trigonometric value for sine 30, which is 1 by 2. Yeah, you're right. 1 by 2 plus cos B is 1, and therefore on transposing on the other side we'll get cos B is 1 minus 1 by 2. On simplification, what are we going to get? We are going to get cos B is 1 by 2. 1 minus half is half. Now look here. What's next? We got cos B is 1 by 2. But cos of which angle is 1 by 2? Take a minute and think. Cos of which angle is 1 by 2? Correct. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So if I compare these two, can we say that on comparing we get angle B is 60 degree? We say that angle B is 60 degree. Am I right? Am I understood? So we say that angle B is 60, and with this we have completed the first question. Let's move on to the next. I just give you a minute to go through it once again. And I would advise that you please take down these questions and solve them by yourself also. Okay, so that would make sense of revision. Let's move on to the second question. It's very similar question. We say that we are given over here sine alpha is root 3 by 2, cos beta is 0. We want to find the value of beta minus alpha. Now in this question, do we know alpha? Do we know beta? No. So that means to find beta minus alpha, we will have to first find what is beta, what is alpha, and then the subtraction part, right? So let's start. We'll start with what is given again. We are given that sine alpha is root 3 by 2. But sine of which angle is root 3 by 2? Sine of 0 is 0. Sine 30, yes, half. Sine 45, 1 by root 2. And sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Therefore, on comparison from here, can I say alpha is 60 degrees? Likewise, we have cos beta is 0. But again, cos of which angle is 0? You are right, cos 90 degree is 0. So again from here, we can quickly say that beta is 90 degrees. Beta is 90. So, beta minus alpha would be, beta is 90. Excuse me. And alpha is 60. That gives me 30. So what is your answer? Our answer for beta minus alpha is 30 degrees. A simple question. Simple one, isn't it? See, here it was sine alpha given to us, cos beta given. So we compared the trigonometric value with the angle, and we got that alpha is 60 because sine 60 is root 3 by 2. We got beta is 90 because cos 90 is 0. So we got alpha and beta, we subtracted, and hence we got the answer as 30. Moving on to the next question, which is one of the very important questions for 2 marks. This can be a part of your MCQ as well as a 2-mark question. So you can see this from both point of views. Okay. But same, the concept remains the same. Let's read. We are given sine of a plus b is 1. Cos of a minus b is root 3. We know that a and b, a plus b, the sum of the two angles lies between 0 and 90 and a is angle greater than b. We need to find the measure of angles a and b. The first, second and the third question also goes in the same lines. Okay, so we'll start with what is sine of a plus b. We are given sine of a plus b is 1, but sine of which angle is 1? Yes, sine 90 is 1. So on comparing, can I say a plus b is 90 degrees? Very correct. We can say that, right? Likewise, we are given cos of a minus b is root 3 by 2. And cos of which angle is root 3 by 2? Quickly tell that. Cos of 30 is root 3 by 2. So we'll get here a minus b is 30. Am I right? We compare a minus b with 30 and we get a minus b is 30. Now this is nothing but linear equation in two variables. I'll write here equation 1 plus equation 2. I add them. So what are we going to get on addition? We have a plus b is 90. A minus b is 30. If I add these two equations, if we add these two equations, see what are we going to get? A plus a is 2a. B minus b is cancelled. 90 plus 30, 120. So we get a is 120 by 2. Hence we get a as 60. Now that we know a, we can find b. We can substitute in equation 1 where we had a plus b is 90. We found a to be 60. And therefore we get b as 90 minus 60. B is 30 degrees. I hope everyone has understood this. And yes, the solution does satisfy the condition that a is greater than b. And if you check a plus b, that is 60 plus 30, 90. So it satisfies this condition and it satisfies this condition. That means our answer is correct. This is, children, a very important question. From your exam point of view, it is a very important question. Do not skip this. This is really very important. Next, I'm putting up on the screen a question very similar, and I would want you to try to solve it yourself. Okay, look at the question. It says, if the question says, if tan of a plus b is 1 and tan of a minus b is 1 by root 3. Again, the condition for a and b is that a plus b lies between 0 and 90, where a is greater than b. We have to find the values of a and b. Exactly similar. The previous question that we did was the same similar question with sine, and now we have with tan. So if you've understood the previous question, you'll be able to do this one. Okay, that's for you to practice. I hope you all have taken down the question. Okay, now moving on to the next question, question number 4 of this 1 mark, 2 mark question series. Let's read again what is given to us over here. We've been given over here that root 3 sine theta minus cos theta is 0. So we do not have two values. Okay, we do not have root 3 is something, sine theta is something and cos theta is something, and then we find the value of theta. No, we have been given an expression, root 3 sine theta minus cos theta is 0, where theta lies between 0 and 90. We need to find the value of theta. Is the question understood? So that means from here, we need to simplify to get one trigonometric ratio. Let's just start and see what actually we've been given. We've been given root 3 sine theta minus cos theta is 0. So can I just rewrite this as root 3 sine theta is equal to minus cos theta when transposed to the other side becomes plus cos theta. And if I leave root 3 over here, I shall get cos theta, multiplication comes down as division, and we know cos upon sine is, cos upon sine. Yes, children, what is cos upon sine? Correct. It is not tan, it is cot theta. So we get cot theta is root 3. We get cot theta is root 3. Or like we can also write this as tan theta, means we are reciprocating cot. If I've reciprocated this side, I'll have to reciprocate this side and I'll get 1 by root 3. Now tan of which angle is root 3? 1 by root 3. But tan of which angle is root 3? 1 by root 3? Tan 30. So can I say on comparison theta is 30? I have changed it to tan. If you remember your trigonometric values over here well enough, and if you're very confident, you can go ahead and you'll say on comparing, we get cot 30 is root 3. And then directly from here we can say that theta is 30. Both ways you can do it. Right? Let's quickly see the question again. It's an important question again for MCQ point of view. Root 3 sine theta minus cos theta is 0. Theta it lies between 0 and 90. We have to find the value of theta. So what we did, we kept root 3 sine theta on one side. We transposed cos on the other. Then we took sine on the other and we changed it to cos upon sine is root 3, which is cot root 3. And cot of 30 is root 3. So if I compare these two, we get that theta is 30. Right? I hope you have understood this one as well. Okay. Then moving on to the next question. It's a very simple question now. We have to find the value of x where we are given different trigonometric ratios with their angle measures. We need to just simplify it and we have to solve it to find the value of x. So for this question, you need to know your trigonometric values. Okay, you need to know your trigonometric values. Let's see. If I start with what is given to us, we have 2 cosec square 30 plus x into sine square 60 minus 3 by 4 tan cube 30 is 10. So first step is simple where we just substitute the values of the trigonometric ratios. So we have 2 into, what is cosec 30? Yes, cosec 30 is 2. So this becomes 2 square plus x into sine 60. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2 the whole square because we have a sine square over here, minus 3 upon 4 tan 30. Just now we saw tan 30 is 1 by root 3, but this time we have a cube is equals to 10. X we cannot simplify, we'll have to bring x as it is, right? So 2 square is 4, 4 2s are 8, plus root 3 square is 3, 2 square is 4x, minus 3 by 4 into 1 cube is 1 and 3 cube will become 3 root 3. Am I right? Because we are going to get root 3 into root 3 into root 3, that's going to give us 3 root 3 is equal to 10. So if I simplify, we get a 3 cancelled over here. We have 8 minus 1 upon 4 root 3 plus 3 upon 4x is 10. So I have 3 by 4x is 10 minus 8 plus 1 upon 4 root 3. So initially to simplify, we have 10 minus 8, 2 plus 1 by 4 root 3 is 3x upon 4. So 3x upon 4, when we take LCM on this side or butterfly, as you know, we have 8 root 3 plus 1 upon 4 root 3. Then what do? We shall rationalize it. We'll get here, I'll leave the x here. I have 8 root 3 plus 1 upon 4 root 3 into, the 4 goes in the numerator and 3 comes down in the denominator. 4 gets cancelled. We have 8 root 3 plus 1 upon 3 root 3. When we rationalize the denominator, we are going to get, we multiply with root 3, no? So we have 8 root 3 plus 1 upon 3 root 3 into root 3. So that gives me 8 root 3 into root 3, 3. That's 24 plus root 3 upon 9. So we can say that x is equals to 24 plus root 3 upon 9. Right? This was mainly calculation. This is mainly calculation based. I hope you all have understood this. First important part is putting or substituting correct trigonometric values. Cosec square 30 is 2 square. Sin square 60 is root 3 by 2 square. Tan cube 30 is 1 by root 3 square. So first was, this is the important step, and rest is all the calculation part that you're doing. Okay. So if we move on to the next question. Now this is also very interesting and very simple if you go to see. It says that sin A minus cos A is 0 for some acute angle A. We need to find the value of 2 tan square A plus 1 upon cosec square A plus 1. Is the question understood? Take a moment to read the question again for yourself. Sin A minus cos A is 0. So from here, if we are given that sin A minus cos A is 0, can we not write this as sin A minus cos A is 0 is same as writing sin A is cos A? If I divide both sides with cos, I'll get sin A upon cos A is 1, which is tan A is 1. But tan of which angle is 1? But tan of 45 is 1. So can I say that A is 45 degree? Right? By now, all the questions that we did were somewhere around the same concept. Now we need to find the value of. Now we are going to look ahead and find the value of 2 tan square A plus 1 upon cosec square A plus 1. 1 upon cosec square A plus 1. Now we know that A is 45. So this is going to be 2 tan square 45 plus 1 upon cosec square 45 plus 1. Am I right? Now tan 45 is 1. So tan square 45 is 1 square. Cosec square or cosec 45 is root 2. So this is going to be root 2 the whole square plus 1. On simplification, what are we going to get? We are going to get 1 square is 1. 1 into 2, 2. 1 upon root 2 square is 2 plus 1, which is 3 plus half. If we take LCM, we are going to 6. We are going to get 6 plus 1, 7 upon 2. So we got the value of this as 7 upon 2. So the key part in this question was understanding that from sin A minus cos A equal to 0. From this information, how did we find the value of A? That was the most important part. What we did, if you see, we just simplified it, tried to bring it into one trigonometric ratio. From sin and cos, we changed it to tan. And then we compared tan. The other way of doing it is when you come to this step, when you get sin A equal to cos A, we know that it is true for only which angle? 45. Only for 45 degrees, sin 45 and cos 45 both are equal. So we'll write that A is 45 at this stage also, it's okay. Okay, I hope you all have understood this. Let's go on to the next question now. Now this is an important one. There are many ways of solving this, but if we use componendo and dividendo in this question, it's going to be much easier. Now what is componendo and dividendo? Let's go and look at it first. Okay. If suppose I have A upon B is some number, say 5 upon 8. Okay, we have a fraction A upon B is equal to 5 upon 8. Now what is the meaning of componendo? Componendo means adding 1 on both the sides. That means it will be A upon B plus 1 equals to 5 upon 8 plus 1. And when we take LCM on both sides, we are going to get A plus B upon B. Means numerator plus denominator upon denominator. And this side we are going to get 5 plus 8 upon 8, which is 13 by 8. This is called as componendo. Componendo, in other words, is adding 1 to both sides. If we go to dividendo, A upon B, we are writing A upon B is 5 upon 8. Then by dividendo, when we did do dividendo, dividendo means instead of adding, this time we are going to subtract 1. So we are going to get A minus B upon B is 5 minus 8 upon 8. So we get A minus B upon B is nothing but minus 3 by 8. Then what is componendo and dividend? It means A upon B is 5 by 8. You're going to take the ratio of these two. You'll take the ratio of componendo and dividendo. I'm saying you're going to take the ratio, not going to add them. So when you're going to take the ratio, what is going to happen? We are going to get A plus B upon B divided by A minus B upon B is 13 by 8 divided by minus 5 by 8. And then we have B getting cancelled in the denominators. And the final answer is A plus B upon A minus B is 13 by minus 5. That means what we are doing in the, if I go to say this in the simplest form, what did we do? We did numerator plus denominator upon numerator minus denominator. This is called as componendo and dividendo together. I hope it is clear. I hope everyone has understood what is componendo and dividendo and where to apply them. How to decide where we are going to apply. If you look at the question, we have cos, sin, and the difference between them is only of the sign. Same thing we have on the RHS also. We have 1 root 3, 1 root 3. Only difference is in the middle the sign is different. So when you get questions of this form, it is always preferred to solve it by componendo dividendo. It makes your calculations easier. Let's do it. We'll say by componendo and dividendo. What are we going to get now? Numerator. I'm sorry. Numerator is cos theta minus sin theta. Do not forget to put the brackets over here. Okay. Otherwise, you may make a mistake in the sign. So we have numerator plus denominator upon numerator minus denominator. Again, it will be the order will remain the same. Numerator minus denominator. Same we'll do over here. So we have 1 minus root 3. Let me rewrite it. 1 minus root 3 plus 1 plus root 3. Because my numerator is 1 minus root 3 and denominator is 1 plus root 3. 1 minus root 3 minus 1 plus root 3. So let's simplify this now. So what are we going to get? We get cos theta minus sin theta plus cos theta plus sin theta. Because there is plus in the numerator, the signs would not change. Right? Over here, we are going to get in the denominator cos theta minus sin theta minus cos theta plus sin theta is equals to 1 minus root 3. Again, as the sign is addition, there is no change in sign. So it becomes 1 minus root 3 plus 1 plus root 3. 1 minus root 3 minus 1 minus root 3. Now if you look over here, we have minus sign plus sign cancels, plus cos minus cos gets cancelled. Likewise, minus root 3 plus root 3 minus 1 plus 1. So what are we left with? Cos plus cos is 2 cos theta upon minus sign. Here I made a mistake. See, this had to be plus. So this sign is minus over here. So it becomes what? Cos plus cos is 2 cos minus sign is minus 2 sin theta. Likewise, 1 plus 1 is 2 and minus root 3 is minus 2 root 3. So we get 2 gets cancelled. Also the minus sign goes away. So we have cos upon sine is cot theta is 1 by root 3. Which angle is root 3? But cot 60 is root 3, 1 by root 3. So what can we say from here? That theta is 60. And that was the question. We had to find the value of theta. The question was we had to find the acute angle theta when cos theta minus sin theta upon cos theta plus sin theta is equals to 1 minus root 3 upon 1 plus root 3. Okay. These are a few important questions from this chapter that I feel you should be knowing them and you should be doing them. Okay. So I hope you'll have understood what has been discussed today. And I hope you all will take down these questions and solve them for practice. Do the question that has been given as a homework question, as a practice question, which is similar to question number 3. Okay. I hope you all have understood what is being done today. Thank you.